Well, good morning, beautiful. I hope that you are well rested and ready to begin your day. It's your daily insight on life and love for May 4th, 2021. Also being timeless. So wherever you pull to it, it could be relevant and could not be relevant. Whatever the case is, feel free to stick around and enjoy the show or let it fall away. It's all your choice. If you have questions about booking a session, go ahead and DM me in the email address provided, or you can find me on any social platform. Look. This is going to take time. Everything is going to take time right now. These are massive changes that you are making in your life. How could you think that it's going to happen overnight? No, that's the thing. So here, look. You want freedom, independence, and the choice to move on. This is going to be something that takes a while to put into place. And I know that you are in a place of quiet right now, anticipation even, something is building. You're stuck in the daily monotony while everything is working behind the scenes, getting this together. You are moving on to a greener pasture in life. I need you to understand that. This is going to be, when it happens, it does feel like very fast changes, massive changes. And you want to know what? The pause that you're feeling right now is absolutely necessary. It's gaining momentum to get the ball rolling on this. Believe it or not, the ball is already rolling. It's just, it's on the other side of this where all the spiritual work is being done, if you can believe that or not. God, my nose itches. Stop it. This is your fault. I see that you're afraid. I see that you are worried about what this is going to do in your life, but you have the support. Support is coming in. Now, whether this is financial support or spiritual support, it's going to get you from point A to point B to where you need to be. The scales are balanced in this. All right, well, the dog was barking at nothing as per usual. But let's get back to the story, because big changes are happening. And you want to know what? You got to know that you have the love and support in getting to where you need to go. So, let's see. I don't want you to think that you're just chasing the horizons. No. There has been something that has been massively closed off in your life. I want to look at these two right here. All right, Spirit, what's going on with this? Because it seems like this growth that's been taking place, it's this dire need of freedom, independence, and it also seems like financial independence coming in with this. And we have the Page of Swords. Save and build your resources. God, get the Sun card. Okay. What are the life changes that you have to make? Some of you, we have the Four of Wands, which is all about celebration. It is all about harmony. It can include, God, these are massive big changes. Some of you are looking towards, I know this sounds weird. Some of you are looking towards simply a better relationship. This could be a relationship with yourself, a relationship with spirit, a relationship with somebody. This might be reconciliation with a family member. But regardless, let's see, what is the why behind this? Come on, it's coming out. I know. While I'm shuffling, why don't you go get yourself a coffee? Get me one too. I'll take mine with oat milk. Oh, this is Divine Mother energy, and I love it. Divine Mother doesn't have to stay hooked on a person. This is embracing your Divine Mother, the nurturer inside of you. Now, not all of us have mothers or mother figures, so whoever the divine nurturer, this is what you are embracing inside of yourself, and I feel like this is very focused. I feel like it's very protective. I feel like it's incredibly nurturing. This is amazing energy to have. It's not enabling, it's very coddling. And I see that you are taking a leap into something new. Some of you, this might be, it can't just be one thing. Hang on. I'm getting two things. One's really strong. But also, I want to clear this. Sage. All right, what does the collective need to know? Because it seems like a celebration. nurturing, embracing, getting over your nerves. It is so important that you get over your nerves right now. Come on. Why am I not getting a card with this? It's not a new start. Okay. It's not a new start with somebody in your life. This seems like it's getting rid of whatever is making you anxious. I'm seeing that the worst is over and now you get to move on and you get to move forward. And this, you're getting away from the Magician in reverse. This is somebody who has everything at their hand, or something that has every ability to make a success, and yet they're not implementing any of it. This might be a stagnant phase in your life, or a job that has been in the weights. Maybe somebody has been breadcrumbing you in this one, and you're keeping a level head. You're not letting this rock your boat anymore. I'm seeing whatever upsets in your life, whatever closings, this is actually just very temporary. I see that it's a massive redirection into Temperance and the Page of Pentacles. Something that is very fast moving. I see that this is something that you had not previously invested in. You're getting a throw from, it seems to be the left field. There is a left field component here. Something that I feel like you never saw yourself being part of. Very interesting. There is an X factor that is coming in right now. Okay, Ace of Wands is in reverse. Temper yourself right now. I do see that you do come out on top of this. I do see that you have to walk away from some particular situation in your life. This is something that I feel has had a lot of youthful energy around it, a lot of restarts, and it's just, it loses passion, it loses finances, it loses, it's lost. How many times are you going to beat this dead? Oh God, I don't even want to use that euphemism in this. No, we're not going to use the horse euphemism. How many times are you going to be banging on this door, begging it to open before you realize that this door is a wall and you're not going to get through it? This is riddled with anxiety, which is what you're moving away from. So we have these two. You want your freedom and independence, you have to be willing to let go of the situation that keeps hurting you. This is definitely a life situation. Some of you, this might be involving somebody of your intimate circle, whether it's friends, family, or lover, that is up in the air because your individual storyline is very unique for you. But it's coming to an end. And then there's something that is coming in right now that I feel like is the complete X factor. And this is the support that's coming in to get you away from whatever this situation is. This X factor is the support that you didn't know that you had. I think that that is beautiful. And I also think that's going to get you empowerment to get out of this situation in your life. This is a pure redirection. So let's see what's going on with this. This reading, this energy, and just this energy. Is this not bizarre? This reading is absolutely in a positive way, but in kind of crazy to me. Like, what are you afraid of in your life, and what support is coming in for you? What changes are you making? This is a huge commitment that's coming into play. The support, right now you can't see it. Right now, all you're doing is dreaming of the future, and I think that that is absolutely beautiful. I think it's necessary. Let your dreams run wild. Let your daydreaming run wild. Follow it to where it's going, because it's showing you what your desires are. And if you're not liking where it's going, this is where you really have to be careful about what thoughts you're letting cross the guard in your mind. You really have to be that bouncer at the entrance of your mind. Not every thought is going to have to get in. You have to draw the line at the capacity, and you have to start kicking people out. So this, it seems like a big nothing right now, and it looks like you're just chasing something. No, you are creating this amazing new future all in your daydreams. The thing is, we work with the conscious, the subconscious, and all those thoughts that get infused into one, whether it's through the senses. it turns into the body, and your body starts having a response to that. Isn't that wild? Your body starts being conditioned to your thoughts, which it mirrors in the environment. So whatever you're feeling about this is being reflected by the exterior experience in your environment. So if you don't like it and you're experiencing that harshness, it's time to change the mindset and change the direction, and also change what is in the environment with you. Does that make sense? So this is a commitment to yourself and also to your future that's coming in. And it's going to really challenge your beliefs. And I think that it's, in a lot of cases, it's going to solidify some new beliefs that are coming in. I think that this is part of an awakening with you. That's beautiful. So there's going to be a lot of changes in general. This is going to be, for some of you, a change in what your image is. Some of you, a change in what your location is, career is, what your output is. Maybe you're called to human service. There's a lot of big changes that are happening. Right now it's behind the scenes, but it is being brought forth. So whatever you're doing right now, don't dwell. Do not dwell. Daydreaming and dwelling are two very different things. And it all depends on how it's making you feel. You know that these changes that you're experiencing in your life are going to be massive. And if you sit there and think about it, you're going to start to think of all the ways that this can go wrong in your life. I got it. I've been there. It has absolutely been one of those gut-wrenching experiences. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Don't put yourself in that position. Focus on what's right in front of you and the small changes that you can make in those moments. The change that really takes place is always starting in your daily routine. It's the details, the devil's in the details. But this is saying, if you sit there and think about it, you're going to want to give up. You're going to run. Do not run. Spirit is going to kick you right back to where you need to be. So you want to know what? If you really think about it, you can't hide from your life. You can't hide from the changes. You can't hide from your ascension. You're going to get there. But whether you get there kicking and screaming and crying, that's completely up to you. I recommend that you kind of go with the flow on this one. That way that you aren't completely exhausted and beaten down by the time you get to your destination in this situation. This destination is one of many destinations on the journey of your life. So don't think that it stops here. There's more after this. But Spirit's main thing is saying, hey, listen, look. Don't get lost in all the things that you got to do with this. Focus on one step at a time. We have the support every step. And I know I said this the last few readings. I don't remember exactly pertaining to what, but I know that I said it. It's ringing really true. Take one step towards the gods and they'll take 10 towards you. That is boss energy right there. Your karmic debt is being paid off right now. Everything that you're experiencing, there's a reason. The scales are being balanced. And when it's balanced, anything that is out of balance falls away. Whether it's people, whether it's relationships, whether it's careers, it's all happening for you and remolding you. This is the phoenix coming out of the ashes if you really want to think about it. My nose is itching still. Stacy, what does that mean? I know that it means something. It means a few things. But Stacy, I'm calling you out on this, girl. What are your thoughts? Maybe I just have allergies. So guys, Stacy is one of my homegirls. Absolutely love her. She's probably going to be in the messages at some point. But hey, you watching this, I really hope that you know that whatever's happening in your life with this, it is all a matter of finding a balance. It's walking a thin line. And this is something that really is important that you maintain balance. There is so much on your plate and Spirit is telling you, listen, I know it is so easy to just try and go back into a box, but guess what? You outgrew it. You outgrew the box. So now it's really just working on keeping your head above water while everything around you levels out. You have been the jester in this for so many years. You should really understand how talented you are in balancing and juggling everything. But sometimes we got to lose some of those things that we're juggling. Sometimes those balls that we have been tossing up in the air are incredibly weighted and it's hurting us a lot more than we realize. And it's only when we stop juggling them do we realize that we have more time to get a grasp on other things in our life? That's where you're heading towards. That is beautiful. All right, so advice. Do not forget to check the timestamp for the mini reads. Those absolutely pertaining to this. I'm just not getting to add them into the session. So here we are. I might get one or two. Actually, I'm really being pulled towards the postcard, so I'll probably do that in a moment. You want to come out? Fine. I love you dearly. You got to understand you're being kind of a control freak in this. I know that it's either all in and go, 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 go. You're being a little pushy with spirit in that instance. It's not going to work like that. I know that you're juggling and you're about to have like a case of the F-it-alls and run, or the F-it-alls and say, no. It is time for you to surrender. Yes, this is going to be uncomfortable. Yes, some things are going to be closing off, but also you're divinely protected and nurtured throughout this entire thing. It's important that you detach from whatever is seeming scary in this scenario, what seems to be trying to intimidate you. The intimidation is not the actual danger. There is no danger. Intimidation is just implementing a fear that doesn't exist. Does that make sense? Okay. The advice is do not buy into the fear. Do not take into the intimidation. It's so easy to do that. But if you do that, then you know what? You'll die a million times. This is taking a lot of courage. Celebration. This is everything that you want to look forward to. You really do have a bright future in regard to this situation. Again, I don't want you to think that this is the end all be all. Yeah, this is going to be a great result that's going on here, but life unfolds even more beautifully after this. This is what you have to look forward to get you to the next stop and to the next stop. So give me more on this. What's on the other side of all of this change for you? You better get used to making some pretty wild plans. God, once you get going, there's no stopping you. There really isn't. Man, everything worthwhile takes time. Whether it's the time it took you to get here, the time for this to fall into place, it takes time. But time is all you have. And also, if we really want to get philosophical, time is an illusion. It's the distance between point A and point B, which is, I think, why it's so important to get into the flow state, because when that happens, it just flows right by you. And then, you're there. One day you wake up and you are exactly where you thought you would never be, and it is the most grand thing. All right, come on. What's this? A lot of knight and page energy in this. Pay attention to messages. I feel like messages are something that is growing right now, whether it's email, text, DMs online. Ooh. We have the King of Wands. Once you start to make some headway, you have a bad case of getting in resistance mode. You don't have to set up shop and just stay here. It's comfortable, and the very least in that little change, there's more after it. I want you to push through that barrier, that resistance mode of yourself. You're not going to want to do it, but it's important that you do, because it gets the stamina back up. Does that make sense? Okay. All right, final card, Spirit, and please don't forget, look at the mini reads. I really loved them. They were beautiful. I just wasn't guided to put them into this, but it goes with this, so it's more to your reading. Ooh. This is gorgeous. We have King and Queen right here. The masculine energy is a little scared right now, but the feminine aspect of it, it's like, I got you. We're good. This is union of self. This is actualizing your path. It's not a failure. You're going to be happy. You're going to lose the stress. You're going to be taken care of. This is absolutely divine connections and opportunities in your life. Yes, there is chaos. Yes, it seems like there's going to be a lot of missteps in this, but you want to know what? This is going to be a bumpy ride. It is so well worth it, and it is all part of this wild journey. I love that this is the Two of Cups. And look, some changes you're not going to want to make, but you want to know what? These are changes to empower you. You're not going to be left to your devices. You're not going to go without. You're not going to be exiled from everything in your life. This is only intimidation to try and keep you in one particular spot when you are meant to move on towards a life of massive, positive, loving, beautiful change. And you know how much I love the Two of Cups. This is my card. I love it. I hated this card for so many years because it wasn't the Lover's card. No. Sometimes what you don't expect is even better for you. It's the X factor. And look, the Wheel of Fortune never stays in reverse for long. The wheels are going to be moving. The wheels are going to continue to move. You're going to experience pauses, but the pauses lead to this chaos, this upheaval. And you want to know what? You are going to have all the courage and support getting through it. You know this doesn't end at midnight. This is a projection of the future and the likely outcome of this situation, following the advice and looking out for, well, whatever the missteps could be, and the reason why it's happening. So do not forget, your individual storyline will always be more detailed, in-depth, and intense. If you have questions about booking a session, definitely reach out. I really look forward to speaking with you, and I hope that you have an amazing day. So until next time, stay safe, have fun, and just know how greatly you are loved and appreciated. Bye for now. I know you're scared. I know you're worried. I know that you're freaking out about so much. You know that these are the changes that you have to make in your life. You're going through basically an overhaul in your situation. This could involve living situation, a life phase. This could be the ending to either some sort of a domestic situation or something that has been in the works for a very long time. I want you to know that these changes are going to bring about a lot of surprising feelings. Closing off this cycle in your life, there is a process in mourning, and I think that that's really going to catch you off guard. It's something that you will be moving through. This is going to be a process. It's like losing anything in life. You have to get used to not having it be a certain way, and that's okay. Move your way through this and make sure you have a good support system. You are going to find out in this time period who your actual support system is. And with emotions, please don't push them away. Ride the wave on them. You'll let them pass through a lot easier. Hey, so your prayer is being answered. And you want to know what? I want you to be like a kid like this. It's really time for you to get in touch with that inner child in order to decide what you genuinely really want. All your needs are going to be met, but you actually have to really decide what your desires are, not what you think you should desire, not what people are telling you should desire, not what you think people say that you would look good in. I want you to get ridiculous about this with what your raw core essence is, and that's going to be a process. There is a process of unbecoming in here, and I do see that there's going to be people stepping in to help you along the way. Another way to look at this, well, see, it looks like, no, I really feel like this is getting you the support into the next phase of your life. I'm not saying this is particularly romance. Authenticity is really kind of chanting your name. I know that sounds so silly to say. It's so important that you really be as authentic as possible right now. Anything outside of that is not going to work. Authenticity and doing the entrepreneur thing on here, it's really about following your gut and your desires on this. I think this has been something you've been denying yourself for long enough, and now it seems like the ball is rolling. The more that you stand in the authenticity, despite what your fears are telling you is real, you're going to get into the flow state and you're going to make steady progress to where you know that you need to go in life. This might involve a change in career. This might involve a move. This might involve a change in relationship. Whatever your desire that's coming up, it is coming up in order to heal everything that was outside of that desire that you've been fooling yourself with far too long. Hope that made sense. You know that it's the right time, and I know that you're feeling it. The most important relationship that you have with anyone in life is the one that you have with yourself. There is no relationship unless you have trust. So this is calling for you to trust yourself in this relationship and knowing yourself, knowing your ability, knowing your power, and stepping away from something in life. Something is coming to a close. I don't want you to dwell on it. I don't want you to think of the coulda, woulda, shouldas in this one. See it for the lesson that it was in your life. See it through the eyes of love and everything that it taught you. And I'm not, saying do this for any sort of traumatic experience, but I'm glad that you're alive and that you got out of it. That is the case. You are moving on and ascending in relationships and also in your place in, I guess, the collective consciousness. I hope that made sense. It's so important that you stand strong, stand in your power, and follow your nose on this one. Really, when you are speaking from the heart, when you are speaking from a place of unbridled desire, you have no other choice but to experience success. I am seeing that as being, the outcome of this situation. Everything is moving in your favor, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a change in your life, whether it's more money. That could very well be a thing. Look, we got finances. You got to follow the signs. And I know that it's been pushing you somewhere. I know that it's time for you to release and surrender and follow this. And it's really easy to say that, hey, maybe I'm being delusional. This is saying you really have run out of excuses not to be happy. It's time for you to embrace your authentic happiness and authentic sense of yourself in this purpose in life.